Pain heals. Chicks dig scars. Glory lasts forever.
New video gives a peek into Angel Reese's wrist injury progress. Had to slow that one down. That was an easy one to butcher, folks. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you for checking out this video. Appreciate your support. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Shout out to the 19. Let's dig into this. We got a little clip of Angel Reese in a practice session. She is back in the gym. If you may recall, she injured her wrist, did not play in the unrivaled playoffs, of which Rose won. She missed the end of the regular season of the WNBA because of a wrist injury. Some people thought the timing of that was kind of interesting as it seemed to happen right when Chicago was not going to make the playoffs. And people had pretty much, because the gap was so unbelievably huge at that point, people in the media had kind of given up on making it a Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese race for the Rookie of the Year title. No proof of that, by the way, but that was going around. And look, when you get these types of rivalries, you're always going to have that stuff. And to be fair to Angel, that I mean, that was media driven in terms of getting the reaction, right? People brought up the wrist injury as, oh, maybe that just seems kind of convenient. Not really because of anything with Angel Reese, but because of the media-driven narrative around Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark for the Rookie of the Year battle when that was really over before the end of June. So, that is you're gonna get that stuff. There's really, sometimes the players drive stuff and sometimes they are completely innocent of the narrative driven by sports media, for better or worse at times. But let's take a look at this because I want to take a look at the video. Let me get rid of whatever this is, if I can get rid of this here. Um, and we're going to talk about some of the fan reaction because that's interesting as well. With 3 weeks to go until training camp begins, it looks like Angel Reese will be in good shape ahead of the 2025 WNBA season. Chicago Tribune reporter Julia Ho shared the news on X, where she posted a video of Reese training with Irene Rainey, an NBA WNBA development specialist. Yeah, we'll get into that in a second. So Angel Reese back in the gym and out of that hand brace today, and we'll take a look at it. It's only 8 seconds. They only showed us one thing, so I want to show you that, give you some of the reactions and my reaction as well, and kind of break down the video. So as you can see, Angel Reese back in the gym, out of that hand brace today. She was ruled out of the final weekend of Unrivaled with a hand injury, has been wearing a brace in all public appearances for the past 3 weeks. Good sign for Angel, less than 3 weeks out from training camp. Question, and this just popped into my head as I'm reading this. Angel was not there for her team for the championship game, right? She skipped out. She skipped town, which I thought was really odd that you would do that to your team when they're playing for the championship. And a lot of people, including me, sort of gave her the benefit of the doubt, thinking maybe she was advised that, hey, you gotta go to this doctor or whatever and take care of this wrist injury. The fact that she's back in the gym already tells me that was not the case and not necessary. So that makes me wonder why she skipped town. Like, what was that all about? Why was she not there for the final? But let's take a look. Let's take a look at this video. I'm going to play it through and then run it back. So they only gave us an 8-second clip. They're basically giving us one thing here, uh, there, and the jump, the step, the shot. And I got to tell you, and again, I know, despite multiple videos of things where I've been positive about Angel Reese and praised her and said good things and defended her with fake quotes, I'm going to get people like, oh, why you're hating on Angel Reese? Look, I've been critical of Caitlin Clark. Angel Reese is a huge name in the WNBA. Regardless of the play on the court, she is a huge name. It is newsworthy when you get stuff like this, just like it's newsworthy when you get stuff like this with Caitlin Clark as well. So I want to slow this down a little bit and sort of break it down for you. Let's get past this first bit. But come on. I don't, let's go. Here we go. All right, let's go from here. So this is just okay. Now that is, I guess that's a fake to go left, and I'm pausing this and breaking this down because really, I want to call out the development specialist, I guess. Now we don't see after, but I didn't hear anything in listening to it about there's any correction, right? Like we had Lisa Leslie working with Angel Reese on layups and actually not just having her shoot layups, but trying to fix her form, at least from what I saw. This doesn't seem like we're getting any of that because, again, none of this is very good. I assume this is a ball fake left, but by body position, right, her leg position, all that, where her feet are positioned with the left behind the right, that's not going to get anyone going that direction because there is no threat with the position with her foot position. So then she's going to bring that back. Now you can see here, awkward. Like I get coming back going right, and your left leg is going to cross over your right if you're driving. But if you look at where that ball should be more to Angel Reese's right if she's actually faking an explosive drive to the basket. So it'd be your left if you're watching this. But as you can see, she's awkwardly got her legs going left with the left crossed over the right and the dribble directly in front of the left leg with her right hand crossing the midsection of her body. This is all wrong. This is something you're going to see in 9, 10, 11, 12 year olds as they're learning. And again, I'm not saying that to be mean. I'm saying, why is nobody correcting this stuff? Why is nobody, if she's actually going to put in the time in the gym to get better, which I will commend, then why am I not seeing anything being fixed technically wise? Skill wise, fundamentally wise, the fundamentals, let me put it that way. I'm not seeing anything being fixed. So then she's right. See how then she picks it up. She actually gets the ball to her left with her right hand there, which is incredibly awkward. Then it looks like I don't know what kind of fake that is. And then we're going to get kind of a weird step back. Watch her left foot. Did you see how she let me go back just a little bit, see if I can get a pause. Yeah, look at how she's dragging that left foot to slide over. Again, fundamentally not sound in the execution of the skill. It simply isn't, folks. I'm sorry. And then takes forever to release that shot. And I'll even take that back to full speed. And as you know, talked about before, and this is not specific to Angel Reese, but she is one of the ones who is drives me crazy with it because she also, I think, does have a much slower release. But this cocked ball on the side off the shoulder, which I'm not saying there aren't men that do it. There are some, which is it's just, it drives me crazy. And I get maybe they were doing it when they were little and they weren't strong enough. They never grew out of it. Maybe they're still not strong enough, but it is not a good release point of the basketball for a shot. It simply isn't. But you can see there's a hitch in everything she does. Have you ever heard that phrase? There's a hitch in the shot. There's a hitch in her release. It is slow. This move, this sequence of moves, never going to work. She's not going to get this shot off unless they're just letting her shoot it, completely letting her shoot it. But here's the other big question a lot of people have is, remember this, if I can find it, remember this? Angel Reese is all the way down in the bottom right. No one else is even close to her. That's most shots I think it's in the paint, in the area, it might be within 5 feet, right? Or it might be it's in the restricted area, I believe. So that's even closer. By far the most field goal attempts per game, by far the worst field goal percentage. I get that you want to add other things to your game, but you don't have the basics down around the basket, which is where you're getting most of your shots. So there's no need to be working on what we're seeing in that video. None at all. And I know people say, well, you got to work on your weaknesses. Her weakness is under the basket where she takes most of her shots. Okay. And it should be her strength. She needs to turn that into a strength before she starts working on all these other things. And then you get a lot of people talking about this. Looks like she's going to leave the harder underneath bucket shots to Cardoso. Smart. Yeah, I mean, to a degree, they need to be focused on Cardoso. Okay, Angel, let's make this quick lame video for social media. Then we can get back to your development on a 48-inch vertical dunk. The league won't know what hit him. Yeah, that might be some sarcasm here. Notice it's always news the few times she goes to the gym. Never see videos of Clark working out because she's always there. Look, I'm not going to get into that because I don't know how much Angel Reese is training, right? We don't need videos of everything. I know, in fact, you get a lot of Fever fans like, oh, we want video. We need more videos of her practicing. Well, why though? And I mean, I get from the fan perspective, it's content, but you also have to think, why do you want what your players are working on for the season to be out in the public now? Right? Like, let them do their thing and surprise everybody when the season happens. See, why not practice layups? Why not speed up the release? Yeah, that release. And again, unless they're going to be like, hey, yo, you can shoot from out there, Angel. We don't care. But if someone's actually guarding her, no way does that shot get off. It's just way too slow. I'll finally be able to sleep. Forget step back shots, layup drills. Work on what Lisa Leslie taught you. No way she gets that shot off, knocked out of hands before slide step, hands too low, move way too low, not hate, b-ball fundamental truth. That's what I keep saying, right? And I know I'll get people, oh, you're hating on Angel Reese. No, if Angel Reese watches this, I just helped her because fundamentally, this entire sequence is not good. Fundamentally, it's not good. The fake there is not good. That whatever that is with the right hand there is not good. The delay and the hitch in the shot is not good. The step back, the slide with the left foot. I mean, you see how she. I know a lot of people don't like this stuff. I know there are some people that do. Oops, sorry about that. That's loud. But I meant to pause. I want to this pause, man. Come on. This right here, I'm going to show one more time and I'm going to slow it down. I know, hey, if you like it, you like it. If you don't, I'm sorry about that. But watch this left foot. She actually bends it and slides it with kind of the side of the sneaker up by the big toe, right? See, watch the slide. She doesn't, right there. Like that's just slowing you down. It's completely unnecessary. I don't know why she's doing it, but I'm going to leave this at, so I don't know. I feel like maybe she's being trolled. I mean, why would you put this out there if you're pro Angel Reese? It's kind of bizarre, but she needs to fire the development specialist, find someone who can actually correct what she's doing, break it all down, build it back up step by step so the fundamentals are sound. Michael Jordan, and I'm paraphrasing here, but he basically said something like, it doesn't matter if you're working 8 or 9 hours a day if if the fundamentals are incorrect, right? If you're repeating stuff over and over that is fundamentally not correct, it's not only not helping you, it's making things worse because you're ingraining bad habits that are going to be very, very difficult to get rid of. And as you saw, yeah, there was a sarcastic comment here or there, but you saw basketball people in the comments not hating on Angel Reese, but just stating the fact that, hey, you should be working on your layups. And I will even add to that post moves, right? Even in and around the basket, pump fake spins. Go watch old school centers, power forwards that in the NBA that they used to have, right? Go watch people like Hakeem Olajuwon, Patrick Ewing, David Robinson, Tim Duncan. Watch people like that around the basket and watch their moves. Develop a little baby hook with the left and the right around the basket, 4, 5, 6 feet away. Good pump fake, stuff like that. Get rid of stuff like this, but also find someone who can break down the fundamentals for you and work on those and help you improve your game. I'm going to leave it there. This got long, but I try and add other stuff in here besides just bashing and reading the comments and break down the actual basketball. Some people like it, some people don't. It's cool either way. Thank you so much for watching. Appreciate it. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will talk to you later.